Hi everyone, how are you all? So today we are collaborating with, here's Pragnya and another Praveen here. Hi, so I would like you both to take over. So you are the Delta team, right? Go on.
Yes.
Hello everyone. Are you all excited for the session? Well, I am. So welcome you all to Git 101, a delightful session on Git and GitHub handled by our resource person of the day, Mr. Praveen Kumar, in collaboration with SJEC. I'm Pragya Nagare from third year CAC. I'm interested in game development and the full stack. Currently, I'm working on my Django project and my SQL stuff. And
Okay, so my name is Praveen Kumar, and people call me PK. So, and my interest mainly concentrate on machine learning and deep learning, and I'm kind of working towards OpenCV and image processing also. And we are the co-hosts for today's sessions, and we are members of Team Delta.
Team Delta, which is an inclusive developer group from St. Joseph Engineering College, Bangalore. It introduces students with industry frameworks and competitive coding, which is usually not found in course curriculum.
So let's have some insights on our resource person here. So as you all know, Mr. Praveen Kumar is a YouTuber from London, England, originally from Chennai, that is India. He has completed his bachelor's degree in CSC from Anna University, Chennai, and master's in cloud computing with industry level from University of Leicester, England.
Okay, he is a full stack developer specializing in JavaScript technology, specifically React.js and Node.js. His main interest includes the trending MERN stack. He also has 12 years plus industry experience. His skills also include web and mobile application development, graphic designing, and cloud computing. He is also ranked as top 0.05% overall in Stack Overflow.
So yeah, we as a members of Delta are grateful to have you here, and we thank you for devoting so much of your time to educate the students who are here, sir. And over to you, Mr. Praveen. You can conduct the session now.
Thank you so much. It was really an awesome, very thrilling introduction. I was like, wow, okay, someone is introducing me in this way. That's really cool. And hi, everyone. So I don't need to do any more introduction. They have said literally everything a lot. They have researched and they have told it in the right way possible. Thank you so much. So today I'll directly jump into the agenda. So today we will be looking into what is Git, what is a source code control. We will go with a small story. Who wants a story, by the way? I'm always good for storytelling. And we'll go through basics of Git and GitHub. What would be the GitHub's relationship with Git? Then the basic registration, the dashboard, etc. We'll go through a couple of features of GitHub. Basically, it is a code hosting service. Then we'll be looking at the issues, pull requests. There is CI CD pipelines. DevOps people, just make a note of this. And we have some other features like discussion and project boards as well. So we'll be looking in depth about adding source code to GitHub. Then we'll also look into issues and pull requests. What are issues? How you can create a pull request? Who all can create issues and pull requests, linking issues and pull requests. There are different types of merging strategies. Then we have these discussions and project boards, right? So one of the main features of GitHub, which was released very recently, or maybe we can say it was upgraded very recently. We'll look into that. Then about the pages part, I'll tell you what it is. It is going to be very interesting for a lot of people. And by the way, did I say that we are also going to get goodies for those people who are extremely interactive? Make sure you put your messages here. Don't forget to hit the like button and share it with your friends. Take a full-size screenshot of this webinar and then put it on LinkedIn and tag all of us, or at least me, and use the hashtags, and then you are going to get some nice surprise from me. And we will also do how we can link GitHub with a custom domain. And there is a super awesome magic in GitHub, which we will be looking at it soon. It's related to Visual Studio Code. For those people who do not know it, it would be a huge wow. This I should have known it before. So how many of you are excited about today's session? And any questions? Feel free to hit the chat. Okay. Not many questions or anything.
I guess everyone present here are excited very much, sir.
Awesome. Cool. So let's go ahead and get into the session. So before that, I just wanted to introduce from my side as well. So who am I, what am I doing, etc. So right now, let me try to share my screen before that. So can everyone see my screen? Is it visible? Okay, so thanks. So this is my website. Yeah, thank you so much. So my website is praveen.science. What I would like you all to do is try to create one simple basic website, something like this. So it says, I'm a cat lover, I'm a cook, I'm a mentor, I'm a full stack developer, front-end developer, etc., etc. And it has just a huge picture of me in front of Disneyland. And it has got like all the Facebook, LinkedIn, wherever you can go and stalk me. And then this is the YouTube channel. That's where you are looking at this video, I presume. And then there is a small introduction, and only the main things that are really required here are there. For example, I don't need to give my birth year, but the phone number and the contact information, you can just get it like a click to reveal kind of a thing. And here's an experience section which I have got. Yeah, in case if you don't have experience, just skip to the education part. What did I do in the education? I just copied everything from my university's brochure. And all these numbers are like made up numbers. Now the numbers are like extremely high anyway, because I have completed more than 116 projects, got more than a lot of friends now. So I mean, like this is totally unrelated stuff, but I did not update anything here. And coming to the portfolio part, I wanted to also tell you something to everyone. Whenever you do anything smaller, even if there is like a hello world application or something like that, try to put it on your social networks, like specifically on LinkedIn and Twitter, etc. The reason is, so let's consider this particular project. I did this like, let's say 11 years ago. Oh, no, it is 12 years ago. And this is like 11 years ago. This is like 10 years ago. I did these things. And considering these things, if you look at this one, I have, people can see how I have improved over time. And this serves as like, okay, I have been like this to like this. This is like a complete journey of me. So that way you can build up your portfolio, and any potential employer who is looking at your profile, they'll be definitely thrilled by what you have achieved so far. So this is something which I wanted to tell. And another thing is blogging. So how many of you have learned something new? Learned a good concept that you can try to break down into a small, nice way, and then explain it to a lot of people. So if you can try to explain a complex concept to a 5-year-old kid or like a grandma or a grandpa, then you can be proud that you are understanding the concept well, and then you are explaining it as well. So what generally I do in my blog posts is start with a problem and the expected solution. Then what is the problem step? Like what is the approach to the solution? That is what I would be generally putting. And if there are any alternate approaches, I'll also document that. This way, in case if I go to a potential recruiter or an employer, I'll be showing like these are the things that I solved in my lifetime. And this is how I kind of like look into the problem statement, etc. I have been recruiting people, interviewing people, recruiting them for a lot of years. I guess it's been 4 years since I started interviewing, 4 or 5 years. And then, yeah, by the way, we are hiring. Just connect with me on LinkedIn in case if you are looking for any new jobs or something like that. I'm happy to help you out. So the main thing that I look in people or students is the problem solving ability. I give a problem and then I look at the way they solve the problem, not exactly the solution itself. So problem solving ability is very important, and then written communication skills are extremely important. So these two things will be coming when you start writing your technical blogs and other things. And here's what people talk behind my back. And this is a way to keep in touch with me, talk to me, etc. So these are a couple of things. So that's about me and my website. And without further delay, I'll just get into the session quickly. And any questions or anything so far? Cool. Give this video a thumbs up and let's get into the stream directly. So I just wanted to ask both of you, Pragnya and Praveen, Yeah, do you have any websites to showcase? Have you done something like this before?
We have done a project, but then there's no actually a portfolio like as such. You have to showcase whatever we have done. I mean, actually telling, I'm not a kind of a front end guy. Okay, so I'm not much of used to
You
these
don't
sort
need
of
to be a
things.
front end guy. For example, there are like so many people who are extremely good with machine learning, artificial intelligence. They have zero clue about the user interface and user experience, but they need to have really a good portfolio in the sense you can even show your GitHub profile as a portfolio, something like that. And
Yeah.
today what we will be doing is we'll be looking into the GitHub, how we can host your projects. What about you, Pragnya?
Okay, I really don't have a website for it, but I'm working on making my GitHub better.
Awesome. So what we will do is for both of you, I'm going to give you let's say a free domain. How does that sound?
That sounds really
Sounds
good.
really great.
Awesome. So you check out your inboxes, you would be having something cool. And later on after this live stream, I'll also show you how we can work on this and like how to get this whole thing done. And I'll also let you know what you need to do. Okay, cool. So now, by the way, there is something happening right now. It is Major League Hacking, and they are also giving a lot of goodies for the students who are working with their hackathons and other things. There is a hackathon every weekend, and next week there is LHD Local Hack Day. So don't forget. So there are like so many things to learn and earn as well, like goodies and stuff like that. Okay, without further delay, let's go ahead and start with what exactly is this GitHub version control systems. And before that, I want to stop my screen sharing, and I wanted to ask everyone how good it would be if you would like to travel in time and go back in time or something like that. How many of you would like it? What about you both?
I really
We would like it. Yeah.
So that
because
is
instead of
exactly
regretting later, we can go and change the things.
okay. I just
We
wanted
won't
to
be
give a
regret-
quick shout out to all the people who are watching right now. So hi Chan, Google Forever. Hey Prajwal. Okay. Hey Prajwal, Keyboard Ninja is here. Nikita. Hey Nikita Raghuvanshi. I guess she has been featured in my live stream as well. So nice to meet you again here. Jessica, Red Butcher, Palos, okay. Muhammad, Manju, Sasi. Hey, we have Sundar Pichai in the chat as well. Hey, Sundar Pichai. You have been missed by everyone for the past couple of live streams. Sasi Praveen, Jessica. We have another Praveen Kumar here. Ronak, Elham, Raksharaj. Okay, cool. Sorry, you are saying something, Praveen. Go for it.
Was I? Okay. So that's what you asked how good would be the time machine, right? So basically, everyone at their point of life, they might regret, okay, I should have taken other decision or something. So everyone, it would be useful for them. Go back, change the things, whatever they regret later.
Yeah, that's exactly
That's
what I want as well. And so GitHub or any version control software will help you to go back in time in a code. For example, you are starting to work on something, a great concept or something like that. And at one point of time, let's say you wanted to go back in time, like what was there like yesterday night, and you want to branch out from that. So that is possible using a version control system. So version control system is something like a mini time machine for you. So that's what it is. And today we will be looking at Git and GitHub in detail. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to share my screen again and start working on like showing you what exactly Git and GitHub has. So the first thing is if you go to github.com, you will be greeted with this page where you can, in simple words, just put your email address and start working with Git and GitHub. I believe the whole process of registering in Git and GitHub is very easy, but in spite of it, I thought of like doing a small demo. Hey, by the way, what is your college? St. Joseph's, right?
Yes, sir. St. Joseph Engineering College.
Okay, I'm just going to use this email, stjosephs@praveen.science. And what happens is you just need to put your email address and click on the sign up for GitHub. The moment you click on this, it shows you something really a futuristic way. So look at this. Let's begin the adventure. Enter your email. Okay. Create a password. I will try to put Is this correct? Okay, let me try to put a strong password. Okay, cool. This seems to be a strong password, and I need to enter a username. So I'll put St. Joseph's Praveen. Okay, or let me put a minus Praveen live stream so that we don't use it in other places. Would you like to receive any product updates? Nope. And then you need to solve a CAPTCHA. So let's click on the start puzzle, which is the spiral galaxy. This is the spiral galaxy. And the next thing is this one. So we got it correct. And let's create the account. Once you click on this, you'll be getting a launch code here. So let's wait for the launch code to be coming to the email address that you have sent. Happy New Year, everyone. Hey, Tejashwini. Let's wait for the launch code, and you'll be getting a launch code similar to this one. So this is the launch code. And if I open it here and paste it, okay, I'm not able to paste it. Great. It's 35259651. 35259651. So the moment I press enter, I'll be getting into this. So we will be asked with a couple of like the minimum questions. So how many team members are there? 2 to 5, or like, are you a student or teacher? Let's say we are students, and let's say just me. And then if we go here, there are like specific things that you might be interested in adding here. So the features are collaborative coding. Collaborative coding includes code spaces. Code spaces is something like you would be working together on a live environment or something like that. Automation, CICD, and continuous integration and continuous deployment is a process by which it's called as DevOps, where you will be able to deploy your code very quickly and seamlessly. You don't need to do any clicking or anything. So that is continuous integration and continuous deployment. We have security. Obviously, we want security. We don't need enterprise security. Client apps, in case if you are looking for working with mobile phone or GitHub CLI or GitHub desktop, then they are client apps. So if you are looking for it, click on this. Project management will be really helpful for you. Team administration, I don't think it is required for people like us. It is only for companies. And there is community. This is where you will be finding a lot of things like plugins and other things like in the GitHub marketplace. Then people can come and sponsor you. You can make money out of open source applications. Like you create an awesome applications and people can come and say, oh, wow, you have created such a nice application. Let me sponsor you money every month or something like that. And there is also GitHub Learning Lab, where you will be able to learn a lot of tools and technologies, etc. Now, if I click on continue, you would be asked with 2 more different choices. You can either go for a free stuff or you can go for the student benefits. So if you're going for the student benefits, you would be getting an access to a lot of tools, like 10 lakhs worth of tools. Let me show you what all the tools that I have. So it is called education.github.com. Okay. Nice. Let's see the offers. Oh, weird. Interesting. So there seems to be some issue with the GitHub education page. So it has got a lot of things. Let's see if we are able to get this. Yeah, it is. It seems like GitHub education is having some issues. So you have like 10 lakhs worth of free goodies. A lot of things are worth more than what you think. So that is really helpful for you in terms of like if you are a student and if you are trying to grow yourself, you have learning tools, you have domain name tools, you have hosting accounts, you have what else do you have? Like Canva. Canva is like a designing tool on the internet, and you have like more and more things. Everything is worth 10 lakhs. So in case if you have a university issued email address, it is very easy to get it with your student benefits. So make sure you are applying for your GitHub student benefits. Now I'm going to continue for free. And then this is going to show me something like really cool animation and stuff like that. And it shows me initializing your dashboard. And here we'll be able to see that this is the main dashboard. What we can do is we can create a new introduction page. So the first thing which I wanted to show you is the GitHub profile. So if you go to github.com/PraveenScience, which is my profile, you'll be able to see that I have customized my GitHub page with a lot of different things like this. So this can be done by creating a GitHub README with your own username. For example, if you want to create something, your name of the repository. So we have a lot of repositories here. You just need to name your repository as the username. So Praveen Science and Praveen Science is the thing. So the same way, an easiest way to introduce yourself on the GitHub is creating a repository about you. You can start here. So which means it is going to create a username based repository, and then you can click on continue. So this gives you a small introduction about like what you need to do or something like that. So you can start with this. This is also really cool. And if you click on continue, it is going to create this one. And it says that this is a special repository. Its README MD will appear on your profile. And it has to be a public repository. So make sure you're giving the public repository. So if I say like, hi, I would say like, I'm created as a part of Praveen's live stream. I'm interested in coding. Currently learning Git and GitHub. I'm looking to collaborate on a lot of software tools. You can reach out me by WhatsApp or Facebook, something like this. You can also link it and stuff like that. So if you see the preview, it is going to look like this. You can also put a nice picture of yourself. Let's say, so to use Markdown, these are all using Markdown. So let's say, let's try to use a Pikachu's picture. I guess this one looks good. Something like this. It works as a, so I'll be using IMGUR for this because it is a CDN application. CDN is Content Delivery Network, and IMGUR is a CDN for images, so that you don't hot link to other websites, and which is actually illegal as well. So I'm going to use this one. Let's use the smaller version. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to paste it here so I could see that. Here it is. Created a simple README. So in this page, you can put literally anything. So I just put this one. And if I do this way, and this is my profile, anyone visiting my profile will have something like this. Cool, right? So this is a mini profile where you will be able to write a lot of things. Once you do this, make sure you fill in your details in your profile. So let's say it is, I'm also going to put this image here so that I can try to edit my profile. Okay, this is my profile. So I can go ahead and edit my settings by using settings. And here, Pikachu Praveen. And then there is a bar. Okay, so I need to also verify the email. So let's say zoom the page. Okay, sure. Let me try zooming it as much as possible. Is this okay? This is the maximum zoom I can do. Hey, Shivansh. Hi, Avinash. Happy New Year, folks. Hey, we have Crazy Cat here. Hi. Okay, cool. So now, let's start with the email stuff. I guess I need to verify my email. Let me see if I can try to verify it. So it's going to show me. Couldn't see the verification message at all. That's interesting. So if we go back to the emails part, primary, not visible. Okay. Fine. So if I go back to this, I'll put Pikachu Praveen. It's not actually sure. Okay, you have set your email address to private. Okay, that's fine. Okay, and I am created as part of Praveen's live stream. I might be getting deleted. So you can put your Twitter username, you can put your company name, you can put your location, or Pokemon World. So this is the basic thing about Git and GitHub, like how you would be working on this one, etc. And let's try to put this thing. And hopefully it's gonna ask me where is my picture or something like that. Cool. So if I go back to my personal profile and refresh this page, I would be able to see that I have got my picture. Nope. Okay. I guess I need to update my profile again. Right. Is it working? Yeah, it works. So all I need to do is hard refresh. You can also set a status message saying like, you can either say you are busy or you're not busy. You can also say something like a cat. So these are a couple of like social options that are there in Git and GitHub, and coding. So something like that. Okay, so this is the basic way you can showcase yourself, and whatever activity you are doing, everything, all these contributions will be shown here. So if you see my profile, in my GitHub profile here, you would be able to see that there are like loads of contributions. And not only that, there is one snake that is actually coming and eating up all my contributions as well. So this is my real contribution graph, and this snake can be updated every week or something like that. So this is what is happening right now. So that's about the basics of GitHub. So now coming to the Git. So what is Git and GitHub really? So GitHub is, I believe a lot of people have already used, hey Rohan, I believe a lot of people have already used Google Drive, right? It is an online folder storage ability or like something like that, and facility where you will be able to share a lot of files, documents, spreadsheets, etc. Whereas if you see Git and GitHub, it is a code storage facility. So you will be able to host a lot of coding and coding related stuff. And the way it is really good, why it is really good is, so if I say, if I'm creating a new repository and saying like my first repo, so this will be created as my -first repo. And I'm going to put as my first repository. And then if I create the repository, I would be getting a lot of crazy things here. We can also create the new file in the web interface as well. So if I try to type in something like my first page.txt or something like that, inside that I'm putting like, hey everyone, I'm learning Git and GitHub. Sometimes people meant to make mistakes, so created a text file. Is everything clear so far? Whatever I have told, is there any questions?
I don't have any questions.
Yeah, no questions, right? So both of you, is it clear? Like, are we going clear? Am I making?
Yes.
Okay.
And sir, one request. It would be better if you go a bit slower. Maybe, I don't know. Some people might find it a little harder, right, to carry on.
Definitely. I'll go a bit slower. Yes. So far what we have created is we created a repository and we have created a file. To be honest, you will be able to see that there is a repository and there is a file here, which is my first page.txt. Now we can look at these things in a different way as well. So a repository is, okay, so a repository is similar to Google Drive, and then that there is a directory, and that directory has got a lot of files and folders. Okay, so let's say you have got my first file or something like that .txt, another thing is there .txt, or another thing is there .htm, something like this. The same way you can also look at it in a different way. So there is a repo, and inside the repo you have got a lot of branches. Okay, my handwriting is extremely bad, so let me clear all the drawings and then try to use Typora. Typora is really cool to use as a markdown editor. So let's say you have a repository, and inside the repository you have got a lot of folders, files, etc. Okay, this is what you would see. At the same time, you can also see this as there is a repository, then there are branches, and there are commits. Each commit will have changes of one or more files. Okay, so let's see the second part. What is meant by the commits, branches, and repository, or changes of one or more files? So if you go back to our, Chrome here, and if you see this, there is only one commit. I created a text file. There is a branch. Main branch will be the most commonly used primary branch, but inside the branch you have one commit. This commit says that there is one file that has been changed, that has been added. There are three or four ways you can do. One is the addition of files, deletion of files, or updating of files. So right now it is an addition of file. We have created the first page. Okay, so and in this thing, there are like something called as issues and pull requests. When you see this my first page.txt, you could see that there is a problem here. GitHub is supposed to be, H should be capital. If you see here, they are putting H as capital H. So this one is wrong technically. So anyone, literally anyone, you, me, those two people who are in the co-hosting space, anyone can create a new issue. So what you need to do is go to issues, click on new issue. There is a problem with your repository. So what you can say is GitHub should be GitHub. The name, you have to also explain the person what exactly you're trying to say. On the first line, you have put GitHub, which is wrong. It should be GitHub and not GitHub. Okay, something like that you are putting. You can also use your bold, italic, etc. So if you put bold, you will be able to get this way. You can see the preview as well. So this seems to be a decent task. So you can submit the issue. Once you submit the issue, someone needs to change it. You, me, or anyone can start working on it. Like you just need to you need to have a GitHub account, and then you need to go to this particular issue and say that I can take this up or something like this. So if you click on that, if you put one more message, the owner can say, okay, this person is willing to take it, and they will put up +1, and then they will try to assign it to this particular person as well. So once this assignment is done, then you can start working on it, because this is going to be a collaborative teamwork. We don't know how many people are going to work on this, and after we know that this person is going to work, then you can start working on it. The reason is, if many people start working, let's say there are 5 people looking at this one and they all start working, it would be waste of time for other 4 people, because only one people's first contribution can be accepted. This is only one simple change, right? So what's going to happen is, now this person has been assigned, right? Any questions? Am I going fast?
No, sir, you're fine.
Okay, so Chan, I just realized that a lot of people who are looking at Typora, this is one of the best thing I can suggest, but nowadays Typora is not available for free. What I would suggest is a good way to do it is try to download the old version from online. Somewhere you would be getting the old versions, binaries. Since I'm using a Mac machine and it's a very old Mac machine, I have like the oldest version of Typora, and it is free for me because it is in the beta stage. So that is what I would like to say. So try to get the old version. It should be free, and it should be archived in some place or the other. So that way you will be getting a free Typora. Okay, cool. So now, since this person has been assigned, what I can do is, in case if you have the code with you, if you have the access directly with you, you can directly go here and then create a new change. So you can say that Git and GitHub fixed the spelling mistake. And then what I'm going to do is, I'm going to create a new branch for it. Fixed issue 1 spelling mistake GitHub, something like this I have put. Okay, so you can see that it is for the issue 1 and it's about a spelling mistake of GitHub. So I click on the proposed changes. Once I do this, it is going to show me something like this. So fix the spelling mistake, and I could put fix number 1. Okay, something like this. If I put that way, this is gonna get linked to the pull request, the issue and the pull request. So issue is the problem, pull request is the solution. So if you see here, we have this as the problem. GitHub should be GitHub, and this is fix the spelling mistake. And if you see this, this has been linked to this one. You can see that I linked a pull request that will close this issue now. So if you go to this one as a maintainer, what I can do is I can look at the commits. Okay, there is a fixed spelling mistake that looks nice. So there are checks. If there is any checks that are there, there's no checks here. So if I go to the files changed, I could see that this GitHub has been changed into GitHub. This seems to be nice for me. So I'm going to approve the feedback. Okay, right now, since I am the person who did that, I cannot approve it. I have to click on approve, and then I'll give the review comments. And once I can do any 3 types of merge strategy. This is the next part which we will be looking at, how these things can be merged. Okay, first thing, we will see how Git works. So if I try to use, let's say, I'll use the merge commit and then click on merge pull request. Now I would say like fix the spelling mistake, and then I'll just put the merging, and I'm clicking on the delete branch. So if I see here in the code, if I look at it, I could see that there are 3 commits here. So this is the merge commit, and this is the fixed spelling mistake, the main commit. And then in the code, if I open the file, I could see that GitHub Pages created correctly. So now what I would like everyone to do is try to create an issue on this page. And we'll see how the whole thing works. Okay, so let me quickly look at the questions. Okay, we'll see what exactly is a branch, what exactly is other things. Okay, before that, let's also look at the commits and different types of commits. Now, if you see here, you can see that there are different commits here. So first it was like this, then it became like this from here to here. So you could see a commit is a collection of changes on one or more files, right? And second thing is a branch is a collection of commits. A repository is a collection of branches. Did you all understand that? So that is what I have created here. Okay, so I'll just get rid of this outline. So a repository is a collection of branches. A branch is a collection of commits. A commit is a collection of changes on one or more files. Okay. Now what we will be doing is, so you can actually see, for example, if you look at any other repository. So let's say if I go to Hacktoberfest project ideas or something like that. So I will be able to see that there are like so many commits available here. So what happened in these commits are like, I added this particular message here from this to this, it has changed. And here it is an e-commerce idea. So we have got another one idea with this one. So something like this. By the way, this is a nice repository where you can try to find out a lot of final year project ideas. So there are like so many things to learn about. I mean, like you get a lot of ideas by looking at this, and you can start building your next project or something like that. Okay, cool. So coming to our branches and other things. So a branch or everything is different views. Okay, so a branch contains multiple commits, I said, right? So let's start with this. So we have our main branch. Okay, and then I have got my first commit, my second commit, my third commit. If anyone would like to add a change, or they want to change something in my page, what they can do is they can just make a Xerox copy of the same thing, and then they will be able to create another identical repository here. So let's say if Praveen or Pragnya is actually creating it. So let's say they have their own repository, and then these two things are identical. Now they are going to make another change here. So they are making a change here, and then this is their change, and they want to add this change to my code. So that this way, this is like forking. Oops, sorry. This is called as forking, and this one is called as a pull request. So what happens here is you are Pragnya or Praveen is actually requesting me to pull their code to my code base. So what I can do is I can use three different types of merging strategies. Okay. So one is the merge commit. Second thing is a squash merge. Third thing is a rebase commit. Okay. So I did not prepare any presentations. Now I guess I should be preparing presentations so that it would be easy for everyone to learn or something like that. But anyway, next time I will definitely prepare a presentation. So if you see the merge commit, what happens is you have these things, right? So we have got three commits, the original initial commits here. Now coming to the third commit, coming to the fourth commit, this fourth commit has to be merged here. So what happens is you get a parent commit which has a parent relation of two commits. So this one is your commit. Okay, so let's say this is Praveen or Pragya's commit, and this is my commit. What I'm saying is, keeping this commit as base, I have merged this commit to this part. Okay, so that's how it is. And all these commit initial stages will be safeguarded, like what changes has been done, etc. Ultimately, you will be, if I remove this commit, all these commits will be there. It will be there. For example, why I said this way is, in case, let's say, they have created two commits. Okay. If there are like two changes, change one and change two, what happens is there will be something like this. This is the change one. This is the change two. And then you get into this merge commit. There will be, if you remove this particular thing, it removes all these changes as well. So that is exactly what merge commit looks like. And then, okay, was it clear? Was it understandable?
Yes, it was understandable.
Hey, Mohassin, don't say that. I'm going to show that as a magic at the end. Mohassin, most probably you will be creating a new commit, a new branch, because you will be working with your own repository. So never ever put your main repository, like mess up or like contaminate your main repository with any other commits, because you need to update your main repository frequently in case if you want to create another thing. It is always better to create a new branch and start working on your branch and then come back to here. So I'll also show you a small video of how GitHub works as well. Okay. The next type is the squash merge. So let me show you what squash merge is. So drawing the same thing again. I know it is a tedious process. So this is the one which we have already. So there are like two things. This is change one and this is change two. What happens in this case is these two changes will be converted into one single change. All the changes will be there, but the number of commits will be single one. And then here will be the merged changes here, so that if you you don't see how this came from this. So there are like step one. This is the step 0. This is step 1. And this is step 2. We can actually consider by consider like we are working on a mathematical problem or something like that. So what you can say is x is equal to 5 plus x equal to 7. The next step will be x equal to 7 minus 5, x equal to 2. So in terms of merge commit, what you have is you have all these minimum, this step is there and this step is also there, right? Whereas in terms of this one, there's only this step. There's nothing else is there. Did you understand? That's how the difference between the merge commit and the squash commit. So you would be having only this part at the end. You won't be able to see what happened in between. This is the original one. This is the change one. This is the change two. You would be able to see this, but not this. This is in case of squash commit. And then coming to the last type of commit, which is the rebase commit. So in terms of rebase commit, what happens is, let me remove the steps as well. So there are these things again. Let's put these O's. So when you start rebasing, what happens is the rebase merge will actually add these two commits to this. Here, the problem is they both look identical. They are great. Everything is good. The only problem is in case of squash commit or in case of merge commit, if you want to remove the commit, if you remove this, the whole entire thing gets removed. Okay. In case if you remove this part, the whole change done by this person will get removed. But in terms of this one, you won't know that which particular commit has been created by this. So these two things should be removed, but there is no way you will be able to know which two are related or linked by the same commit. So this is the only downside of each of these things and the upside of all those things. These are the different three types of merging strategies, which you can actually see here. Let me try to clear all these drawings, and I'll also close this one. So if you see in this part, if I create another pull request, let's change this again. Oh, not this one. So we could see all these profile repos, everything will be here. So let's say if I'm changing something, hey to hello. So now, please merge. So if I create the pull request, you would be able to see that there are these three types of things. So you have got create a merge commit, squash and merge, rebase and merge. So if I click on rebase and merge, there is nothing else I can do because it's just going to copy the commits and then put it over here. So once I do this, you would be able to see that there is only one commit here. There are no two commits like the merge commit. And the same way, oh, we have got already 5 issues. Superb. This is a test issue. All right. This looks really nice. And we have got these things done. Add platform. Superb. Go for it. So I'm just going to assign it to Mohassan and then click on commit. Sorry, comment, so that this can be done by them. Prathamesh, yep, superb. Let's go for it. Please go ahead. Should be ahead. So you can edit all these things. Okay, now let's go ahead and do something. We saw a little bit of things about the pull requests and other things. So let's also do the create. Yes, please. Do it. So we are doing all these things, right? Now, the fun part is, how about 2 people doing this, doing this thing. So now I'm also going to create an issue from my repository. So me as Praveen Science, I wanted to also create an issue, which I'm going to do is create an index page so that page to demonstrate GitHub Pages. Okay. So this is the main thing. This will be an exciting thing. This might help if you are creating a website for yourself, something like this. So I click on submit a new issue. What happens here is, at this point, if I go back, okay, let's close these things. If I refresh this, I could see that there is a create an index page. This looks really nice. Okay, so go ahead, Praveen, start doing it. Okay, now the thing here is, it will be very tough for me to create these files on this page, right? Like in using this one. So now what we will be doing is, now is the time I'm going to show you that particular magic. So if you go to the code, and if I press dot key in my keyboard, look what happens. Boom. I'm able to get VS Code on my browser. Technically, VS Code is also running on browser. So I have got this one on browser. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a small index.html file. So who wants your first website? Okay, I'm just going to ask these two people who are my co-hosts. So Pragnya or Praveen, who wants to have your website?
Girls first, maybe. Pragnya.
Okay, so let's create a website for Pragnya. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take there are like loads and loads of places where I can create a simple website or something like that. So recently I also created a 10-minute video of how we can create a website. So there is this one 10-minute coding, and it's creating a simple landing page here. So within 10 minutes you can we can create a landing page here. So this is the way you need to do. So it has complete explanation of what exactly happens here. So by the way, in case if you're interested, go check this out. And here you will be able to see that there is a preview of the website like this. So this is what we are going to create. Okay, this is the website we are going to create. All the code is here, and it is also open source. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to quickly create Pragnya's website in a very simple, quick way. So for that, Pragnya, I need a couple of things from you. Okay, so what I'm going to ask you is, in this issue, I'm going to send it using, let's say, the live stream itself. What difference are you asking? Oh, okay. So this is about the differences between three merging strategies, right? Okay, let me answer the difference to everyone. In the meantime, Pragnya, can you add your details like your name, your full name, your LinkedIn ID. Oops, Praveen, your video is gone. What happened? Don't mess it up. Okay, your LinkedIn ID, your GitHub ID, and what are you doing currently? Student, like what? Second year student, right?
Yeah.
At which college? Something like this. On this issue, can you just put it here? All the details. Not 7. Okay, so I have sent it in the live chat itself. Can you please do it? In the meantime, I will try to explain the 3 different types of merging strategies once again. So let me try to see if there are any good pictures. You got the link, right? The link to the issue. Just add all those details there. Okay, wait. So if you see this one, you could see that there are these 2 things. Okay, so what happens here is this is a merge commit. Okay, so if you look at this one, you start with this. This is supposed to be on the opposite direction. Just give me a second. Let me try to use the preview tool to show it in the right way. Okay, cool. So now if you see here, this is what you are doing. Okay, so these 3 things. This one, is there a better color? So this one, and this one are these 3 things. This one, and this one. So let's say this is the person who is the developer who has created these 3 commits. This is the feature commit. Okay. So what you want to do is you want to do a git merge. Okay. Using a merge commit strategy. So what happens is this is the first change. This is also the first change. These 2 things are equal. This is the second change, and this is the second change. These 2 things are equal. Now, when it comes to these feature changes, what happens is based on the second as the common base. So it has been created like this. and then these two things have been merged into one single merge commit. So this is how the merge commit strategy works. Okay, so you have the preserving of all the steps. So this is like x equal to 5 plus x equal to 7, x equal to 7 minus 5, and x equal to 2. All these changes are preserved here. You will be able to see this. Okay, now when it comes to the squash merge, let me try to let me try to go for the squash thing. Okay, next time for sure I'm going to create a better presentation here. Squash merge. Nothing is a squash merge here. Okay, if we see here, look at this. This is the right thing I would say. Oh, that's very small. Oh, gone. Okay, if you see here, you have the first commit here, second commit here, third commit here, fourth commit here, and fifth commit here. So you have got your sixth and seventh commit in your local machine. These two commits get merged into a single commit. So what happens here is you are not able to see the intermediate sixth commit here, but both the commits, the difference will be displayed here. So that is about the squash commit. The good part about it is if you remove this one, everything, all the changes that you have made gets removed. But the bad part is that you won't be able to see what exactly changed between 5 and 6 and 6 and 7. That is something which you won't be able to see. Okay. In the merge commit, you will be able to see that. And finally, coming to the rebase commit, let me try to find out if there is a good picture for rebase commit. Okay, rebase versus squash. We'll see, we'll be able to see something like that. So look at this one. This is the master. So you have a feature, D and E. Why is this not being shown? Okay, let's see this one. So if you see this one, you have A, B, C as the 3 commits. So on your feature branch, on your local branch, you are creating 2 more commits, D and E. And on this master, what you are doing is you are combining this D and E and making it into F and then putting it on the master. So you are able to find out what exactly is happening with the merge, squash merge. Now, if you do a rebase merge, what happens is, I just need to find out if there is something. So rebase merge is nothing but you are just taking the copies of the whatever you have got it in your local, it will get identically copied to the master or the primary branch. That's the 3 different things. Definitely, I'll make another video to explain it in a better way. Is that okay? Is that looking good so far?
Yes, sir. Yes, it's all cool now.
Okay, cool. Okay, let's go back to our index page. Let's see if, okay, we are still waiting for Pragnya to add the content. Pragnya, we gave you 5 minutes or 10 minutes now. Why didn't you add the content here? Do you not want your website?
I want. Just a second.
Okay. Then go ahead and add your content. And tell me, you want a dark mode or a light mode?
Light.
Okay.
Let's go light and colors.
Okay, cool. Okay, I could see that you have added these things. Great. So what I'm gonna do is, this is really good. This is what I was looking for. So for your full name, okay, great. And you said you wanted a dark mode. All right. Let's use this thing as the URL. For your picture, what I would do is, I'm gonna take your GitHub's profile picture.
Okay.
Okay, so it is 460 by 460. I'm doing writing the HTML code for it, nothing else. In the meantime, try to Praveen and Pragya, in case if there is any questions that needs to be answered, just ask me. I'll try to answer it.
Okay, we have one question from Chan here. Is like,
Okay.
is VS Code running on web is better or running on local machine is better?
Obviously, local machine is better. This is mainly going to help you in editing the whole stuff in your in the web. It's like you don't need to install everything and then start working on code, etc. That is the reason. I mean, it's just for like the how should I say? It's a simple thing, like always be in having it in local is better,
Smaller
but
tweaks,
on the
smaller
fly
changes.
you can actually do this, right? So something like that. So Pragya, your dark mode website is ready, pa. Okay, so I'm just going to show you how we can do it. So let's say I have created my the website that I need to host in my local machine. So I'm just going to paste everything. This is the whole HTML. So I'm going to save this like how I save it in my VS Code. And then if you see here in the source control, I could see that this particular file has been added. Now I'm going to put a message saying like added Pragya's website. And then I'm going to press tick mark. And then it says you're trying to make changes in a project that you don't have right access. So what I'm going to do is I also need to do fixes. What is the number of this one? So it is number 9. So I'm just going to put fixes 9 and then press this and then click on fork repository. So once I click on fork repository, it is going to create a new fork of this. So I'm going to put issue 9, create Pragya's website, something like this. And then I press enter. So this creates a new branch in my fork. Now I'm going to click on switch to fork so that it opens up this one. So now if I go back to this pull requests page, I would be able to see that Praveen Science issue 9 create Pragya website has got recent pushes. So compare and pull request. So I'm just going to click on the compare and pull request. It automatically fills in that fixes #9 in this. So I'm just going to click on create pull request. Once I click on this one, this is going to be displayed here as well. So if you look at this, I kind of saw something else. Okay, cool. So this is the person who created this repository, right? So here I could see that, okay, there is a new pull request that's been created. Let me look at this. It says the commits, it says that fixed 9. So if I go to the commits, there is only one commit and it says that this particular thing gets fixed. Okay, cool. So if I go to the checks or like if I go to the files changed, I could see that all these things are being created. Okay, this looks really, really good. Right, I have to review the whole code one by one. So I know that it is me who created the code. So I'm just going to go blindly click on the approve. Once I click on the approve, I get these options: squash, create merge commit, rebase and merge. So let's try to do rebase and merge because I could see that there is another pull request which says asking me to squash and merge. So I'm clicking on rebase and merge. There is nothing else I could do here. So I click on confirm rebase and merge. It merged. And then if I go to the code, I'm able to see that there is an index.html file with all the contents that I have written here. Now, I need to see how this whole thing can be hosted. Okay, so for that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the settings. And here comes the awesome part. I click on the pages. Pragya, are you ready to see your website?
Yeah, I'm excited also.
I clicked on the
I'm
branch
excited
main.
too.
Okay, I clicked on branch main and clicked on save. Okay, so what I did, I made a index.html. I went to the settings. I went to the pages. I clicked on the branch main. I clicked on save. That's all. Your site is ready to be published at this particular website. If I click on the code and refresh this page in the commits, okay, seems like this is done or not. Let's remove all these things and save the changes. I couldn't find there is an environment yet. So let's refresh the page again. And if we go to the pages part again, settings, pages, it still says your site is ready to be published. So if we refresh, if we just open this one, boom, look at that. What do you think?
That's nice.
So, but the problem here is, if you see the URL looks bad. Okay. If you see that the URL is like this, it has got like St. Joseph's -Praveen livestream.github.io/my profile or something like that. Okay, that seems like weird. And okay, Crazy Cat has got Praveen, please teach how to contribute by creating new branches and stuff on public GitHub repos. This is what I did just now. So with my with Pikachu's repository and with my repository, Praveen Science repository, we just created Pragna's website. Did you all see that? It looks cool, right? So that is how we should be doing. That is the same process you should be following. Critiqual says that I have forked a repo. How do I update a fork without overriding the current code? After that, I want to push my, okay, for that, you just make a branch, copy of your main branch to another branch and start working on that code and then create commits, individual commits, and then try to give a pull request. That is the best way to do. Okay, so now if we have a look at this, the username, the name of this thing looks very bad, right? So for that, what we can do is we need to create a domain. Okay, so first thing is I want Praveen and Pragna to find out who or all have actually asked the question. Everyone is going to get a free domain from me. I will guide them how to get the free domain. It's not actually from me. I'll just guide them how you can get a free domain by participating in some really nice, awesome way. Okay, fine. That is the first thing. So Pragna and Praveen, look at that. Second thing, we will be creating the domain right now. I'm going to use this service called porkbun.com. And this is one of the services like GoDaddy or domain.com or something like that. Okay. So that is what we are going to do. So let's say if, okay, I was thinking of something. Okay, I have got a particular domain name in my mind. Let's try to go to porkbun.com. So I'm going to create it for free at the moment using some nice technique, because this is something which I'm going to submit for another hackathon or something like that. So here is where you can actually search for domains, odavenne.com, something like this. So you can see that there are like so many domains that are available, and you can actually click on this and then go through the process. Right now, I'm going to go through the process in a secret way. So I don't want someone to squat the domain before I get it. Okay. So in the meantime, I'm happy to answer all the questions. So any questions, please let me know. So while I click on the domain registration, done domain registration, at that point of time, I'll show you what exactly I registered or something like that. All right. Any questions so far? For those people who are wondering how long we will be taking, we'll take another 5 or 10 minutes and then we will finish it up, wrap it up. I hope it was interesting so far. Was it boring, interesting? Can someone say what is the feedback you have got on this? Also, in case if you are on LinkedIn or Twitter, you can also give some social feedback here. So it would be really helpful for me. So write your feedback here on as a comment in LinkedIn or Twitter. Okay. Can we use other than VS Code to write code? Yes, you can. You can use Atom, you can use brackets. And I would really like Praveen and Pranya to look at all the chat messages. And if you are able to answer it, just call out the question and then try to answer. In case if you're answering it in wrong, I will immediately jump in and correct the answer. Go ahead and answer it. In the meantime, I'll get this registration done quickly.
Yes, sir, we'll do it.
Okay, another few more minutes. Sorry. I'll also show you the domain registration process. That is the reason I was waiting for this. Any questions at all? Okay, so in case if you are going to, okay, I don't want to go ahead. Wait. So the moment I do this, I get that I'm just going to click on the registration here. So once I give all the details, my credit card information, everything, I can just click on the amount of the bill being paid, etc., etc. So it's going to create all these domain registration paths. And then finally, we'll be getting the domain management page here, where you will be able to see that I've created this bookcal.co right now. Okay. So at this point of time, I can also set the name servers to something called as Cloudflare. So what is this name server? What is this domain? Let me give you a quick story. How many of you want a story about like domains and hosting and HTML and CSS and JavaScript? Please tell me.
I really want it.
Okay, you want it. Anyone else? Hey, Praveen Kumar, I also love Sublime. For HTML and CSS, I used to work with Sublime and it has been really awesome. Okay, just type in story in the chat. If I get 5 stories, I'm going to tell a story for the next 2 minutes. Type in story. Okay, I guess I'm getting a lot of story now. Okay, let's say this way. Let's say you are a person who is residing in India and you see on the outside in this particular road, you have a big ground and you want to get the ground for yourself, like you want to build a house on it. Okay. So what you would be doing, you would, this land is owned by, I mean, earth is not owned by anyone, but technically it is owned by the government of India. Correct. So you will be going to that land. This is your land. You will find this land needs to be registered under you. So who owns the land? The government of India. You do not go to directly to the prime minister or president and ask that this land I want or something like that. Instead of going to the prime minister or president, there is a land registry which is available in Indian government thing. So you would be accessing their services for registering that land to yourself. Even if the land registry is available, you won't be directly going to the land registry and ask that I want this land, I am ready to pay anything. You can't do that. The land registry in turn has the brokers, and you will be going through the brokers to register the land for yourself. So what you would be doing is you will be going to the broker and saying that, see, this is a land that I look for and I really want that land to be registered. And you go to the broker and give the money, the paperwork, the documentation, and then you get the land registered under you. Correct? This is the process you would be doing, right? The same way, here the land is the land registry is ICANN, Internet Commission for Assigned Names and Numbers. It's a non-profit entity which governs all the domain names and other things. For example, if I want praveen.science or this particular website, which is bookcal.co or something like that, I would be asking the land registry person. The land registry is ICANN, and I cannot directly go to ICANN and ask for this domain, but instead I will be going through GoDaddy, Porkbun, or any other person like domain.com, name.com, etc., and then say that I want this particular land or domain to be registered under me. So that's the first step. Now we have done this. We have paid for it. We have got our name, domain name, etc. The next thing is this particular domain name needs to have a particular IP address, because computers will not be able to understand, okay, go to praveen.science. What is praveen.science? I have no clue what praveen.science is. So by that, what happens is this .science is there, right? So .science is something that it will be looking at, okay, so here's the science domain name server. We need to go and search for the science domain name server. So it goes to the .science domain name server. It says in the root name servers, there will be .sciences. Okay, go to this building where you will be getting the information about all the .science domains. So it goes to the next thing. There is like, okay, praveen.science domains name server I want. So that there it will be a record which says that praveen.science means you go to 106.124.212.55. That is the IP address. So it gets connected to that IP address. So this is how the whole thing happens. And you want to see the whole thing as an animation. How many of you want to watch this as a movie? Let me know. I'll put a small movie as well. It's a 2-minute movie.
And other devices.
Okay, we have got a lot of movies coming in. So let's start with the movie. I'm gonna do share computer sound. And is everyone ready for the movie?
Computers and other devices use IP addresses to identify each other on the internet. As we can't always remember complicated numbers, we use words instead. The domain name system brings the two together to get you to your destination. This is how it works. All around us we see domain names. For example, the website of your favorite band. The site is stored somewhere on the internet. Let me explain how your PC finds it within milliseconds. The journey starts with typing in the website address. In words, of course, as you wouldn't have remembered IP 88.151.243.8. Your device will read the address backwards. It will start at the end with the root domain, in our case, .eu. Information on the root domains is stored in 13 different root servers located around the world. In reality, there are numerous more copies of each of these machines in different locations to make sure that whatever happens, the system will keep on working. A root server contains the information on the name servers for the different zones. In our case, it tells us where we can find the information on addresses ending with .eu. Again, for reasons of security, there are a number of these .eu name servers located around the world, so that if one is too busy or stops working, for example, due to an earthquake, the information would still be reachable elsewhere. The .eu name server knows where the information for the more than 3 million .eu addresses is stored, and will tell us where we can find flamingflamingos.eu. It will communicate this unique IP address. The IP address for the Flaming Flamingos website is now identified and sent to your computer. Now the download of the content can start. But remember, this whole process that makes it possible to connect your computer to the place where the website is stored happens in just a few milliseconds before it connects to the internet and starts downloading the information. In reality, a lot of information is stored along the road in the so-called cache memory.
How was the whole movie?
It was good.
was it? Were you able to hear everything? Because I had my
could hear it.
whether it was audible. Okay, cool. Now you understand why we need a domain name system, DNS, etc. Okay, so now we have got our machines connected and all these things. I'll first switch off the auto renew, or else my card will get charged. So now the next thing is the DNS records. What kind of records will I be using here? So first thing what I'm going to do is I'm going to get rid of these things. The first alias, there is another alias, and there is a CNAME. So I'm going to get rid of all these things. Now the first thing is, there are different types of DNS records here. One is the address record, then there is MX record, which is mail exchanger record, then CNAME, canonical name, alias is CNAME flattening record. We are very much interested in the CNAME flattening record because we are going to create bookcal.co with domain.github.io. So now once we add this, and then we will also add the CNAME for www and use the same domain.github.io, and let's save it. So once we do this, what we can do here is this bookcal.co is there, right? So I will just go back to my code here. Okay, I guess I should be going to my pages here. So in this pages, I can give a custom domain and click on save here. So once I click on save here, in this code, I could see that there is a file called CNAME that gets created, which has the bookcal.co. Now, when I'm waiting for this thing to happen in this environments, it was deployed like 16 minutes ago. Let's refresh this page. And we just need to wait for some more time to get this thing deployed in the website as well. So now, before anything, this domain was created just now, like a few seconds ago. So to propagate all these things, all these data to the whole world, you can actually check this particular website called whatsmydns.net. So this website shows you if your domain has been propagated or not in various different countries. So if I go open this and paste it here and use the NS here, NS is the name server. So looking at this one, it seems like my website, this particular website is not available any place at all right now. So we just need to wait for some more time. Most probably it will take from 24 hours to 72 hours for the DNS propagation to happen across the whole globe. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm also going to do something else. Let's try to kind of like access it and see if something works. Nope, as usual, it did not work. So in the meantime, for DNS management, what I generally do is I will use something called as Cloudflare. So Cloudflare is an awesome website or web service. It's a service that helps you in mitigating DDoS attacks and other things as well. So what I'm going to do quickly is I'm going to use my existing site, which is on Cloudflare, to see what all the DNS I should be using. So if I go to the NS and search for it, it is these two name servers that I should be using. So I'll go back to our Pugban here. Instead of the authoritative name servers, which is here, I'm just going to paste it and click on submit. So once I do this, I just need to log into the Cloudflare website. So let me log in. So once I log in, I would be greeted with my dashboard. I don't want to show what all the websites are there under this. So instead, I'm just going to click on the add site in the top. So once I click on add site, what I need to do is I need to copy this site, click on add site. Let's see if this works. Okay, it works. So this particular site has been registered. That is what Cloudflare is understanding. So here it shows you in a creative way that all the pro business enterprise plans, but we are going for the free plan. So I click on the free plan and click on continue. Now it's going to quickly scan all the DNS records, review all the DNS records, and I need to change the name servers to Cloudflare name servers. That is what I did here. Bill and Jamie I have created here. Okay. So the next thing which I'm going to do is, let's see if this actually shows everything perfectly. It is actually not. So I'm just going to delete these 4 things and change it to CNAME flattening record again. So it's not a record. It's going to be again CNAME record at domain.github.io. It is almost the similar stuff. So once I do this, I click on continue. And I just need to wait for some more time. And for people who are in India, Indian government actually blocks a lot of things. So in my Edge certificate or overview, I'm going to use the full encryption. And that is what we need to be using in case if you're connecting with GitHub Pages. Okay. So once we have done this, if we go to the overview, pretty sure that it's going to say it's been added or something like that. Let's wait for it. In the meantime, I have to also accept the email verification, email address verification. So let me do it quickly. I guess I have to verify a lot of email addresses. So, right. Okay, let's try looking at this once again. So if I refresh this page, I should be most probably able to see that it is great news or something like that. If not, we just need to wait for some more time. This is the bookcal.co. So let's refresh and see. Still nothing. So let's open this bookcal.co here. Boom. I'm able to see Pragya's website here. But the problem is it says it is not secure. So what we can do is Cloudflare also provides an SSL thing by default. So what I'm going to do is in the Edge certificates, I'm going to say always use HTTPS. And then if I try to refresh, hard refresh or something like that, okay, before that, I just need to see whether this SSL is correct. So I'm going to go to SSL shopper check and then use this. Check the SSL. Is that working? Come on. We can also see that if there is this Edge certificate which has been created, it says no certificates yet. There are no certificates at all. So we just need to wait for some more time because it is actually going to the previous website. So if I refresh this page, I could see that the old data is being added here. So everything has got pork bun data. It should be Bill and Jamie data, like something like Bill and Jamie.ns. These things should be there. So I guess it takes pretty much a lot of time. So let's try refreshing it here. Okay, not this one. Let's try refreshing it here. We should be getting some kind of a certificate issued here. Typically, this will be very quick. It still says no certificate. But once the certificate is ready, this will be HTTPS. So that's about creating a domain name as well. Cool. I hope everyone understood a lot of things, learned a lot of things. So right now what we have done is we have looked into the code hosting issues, pull requests, different merging strategies, CICD pipelines, GitHub Pages, using custom domains. Everything is free. GitHub Pages is free. Using custom domains is free. Those people who Praveen and Pragya will look out and tell, I'm going to give them free domains as well. I'll at least guide them how to get the free domains. And apart from that, we also saw this magic thing. Pressing dot will open up Visual Studio Code. I hope that was also an interesting thing. And I guess, yeah, we pretty much covered everything. So how was it?
It was great, I would say. Really nice. learned a lot of things.
I really did not think that I will be finishing the whole thing, like covering everything in this live stream, but great.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, it was nice, beautiful. It was just all of the Cloudflare things, like how to actually get a site. That was a really wanted thing for now for the students to showcase their portfolio. That was
awesome,
nice.
awesome. So if you could see that creating your own portfolio for the first time, it's going to be very easy. And with respect to, like, in case if you have got your GitHub student pack, it's going to be very easy as well.
Yes, yes.
So you get more than 10 lakhs worth of goodies. It could include the domain names. It could include the server hosting. Everything is there. I wanted to tell 2 more stories, but we did not have time now. But yeah, I hope everyone enjoyed it. And don't forget, connect with me on LinkedIn, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more awesome information. And most probably I would be in India next week. So in case if someone is ready to catch up with me, I'll be in Chennai. So let's see. Thank you, Santosh. Thank you, Mayank.
That's great.
And and I would be really appreciating in case if you're able to add some comments on my like the LinkedIn post and Twitter. So here's the feedback links, or whatever you call these social things. So hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, share it with everyone. Take a big screenshot of all 3 of us and post it on your LinkedIn. Tell your experience, what exactly you learned and how was it. In the meantime, let me see if the certificate has been created. No certificates. So we just need to wait for another few more minutes or maybe hours. So look at the same website maybe in the evening today after 1 or 2 hours, and definitely you should be able to see that there is a certificate here. Okay, and it says HTTPS. I hope it was really helpful. Any questions? I'm happy to answer. Any questions?
I don't see any questions in comment section.
Okay. So anyone who would like to come to the UK to work or study, I can help you out. And here's my LinkedIn. So go ahead and add me on LinkedIn as well. And I'll also leave Pragna's and Praveen's LinkedIn addresses in the description as well. So after a few minutes, I'll just update that in case if you want to get connected with them, you can do that. In case if you both are okay with that.
Yes, sure.
Awesome. Anything else? Shall we switch it off right now? Like, is there anything else to talk? Okay, how many of you want a part 2 of this thing with more stories and more goodies, something totally new, etc.? Part 2. Just type in part 2 in the chat.
We would love that. Even the Delta team from our college would love that.
Excellent. Thank you so much. And I guess there is something for you both to tell about the certificates or something like that. Go ahead. Is there anything that you want to tell about them? All right. Okay, cool. We are getting a lot of part 2 requests. Definitely we are doing a part 2. And as usual, stay home, stay safe, stay away from coronavirus. And that is what you should be more careful in terms of your health. So stay safe. We'll come soon with the part 2. Definitely the Delta team will let you all know, and I'll also let them know when we can have the part 2. Thank you so much, folks. You want to say bye?
Yes, and as a part of Delta, we need to also say that Delta is not only bound to provide these sessions and talks. We'll be conducting a lot more events also. So, see, we actually had not planned part 2 with you, right? But now we come up with a part 2. So we'll be having more and more sessions. So just keep waiting. That's for the folks over here. A lot of more stuff is coming from Praveen and also from Delta. So yeah.
Thank you so much everyone for attending the session, and thank you Praveen for such an insightful session here today. And yeah, we look forward to more collaborations with you.
Yes, that's must.
Santosh, my main way of teaching is without using presentations or slides. Sorry about that, but definitely I'll try to add some presentations and downloadable slides for a later review. Unfortunately, that's not my teaching style, but definitely I'll think about it and do it something in a better way. Thank you so much for your feedback. All right. See you all, folks. Bye, everyone.
Bye, everyone.
Bye bye. This is me, PK, signing off. Bye.